Monday, February 21, 1887. Narendra, Rakhal, Niranjan, Sharad, Shoshi, Kali, Baburam, Taruk, and Sharada Prasanna were living in the monastery. All day the members had been fasting in observance of the Shivaratri. Footnote: Shivaratri, the night of Shiva. On this day, the devotees observe fast and spend the whole night in meditation, prayer, and other spiritual exercises. Footnote ends. Sharad, Kali, Niranjan, and Sharada were planning to go to Puri the following Saturday on a pilgrimage to the sacred Jagannath. Jogin and Latu were at Vrindavan and had not yet seen the new place. Narendra had gone to Kolkata that morning to look after a lawsuit in which his family had been involved since the death of his father. At 9 o'clock in the morning, M arrived at the mott. Taruk saw him and began to sing in praise of Shiva, Rakhal joining him. There Shiva dances, striking both his cheeks, and they resound, Baba-bom. Dimmy, dimmy, dimmy sounds his drum, a garland of skulls from his neck is hanging. In his matted locks the Ganges hisses, fire shoots from his mighty trident. Round his waist a serpent glitters, and on his brow the moon is shining. Rakhal and Taruk danced as they sang. Narendra had recently composed the song. Shoshi finished the morning worship in the shrine. Sharad then sang about Shiva to the accompaniment of the Tanpura. Narendra had just arrived from Kolkata. He had not yet taken his bath. Kali asked him, "What about the lawsuit? Why should you bother about it?" Narendra replied sharply. Narendra was smoking and talking to M and the others. He said, "Nothing can be achieved in spiritual life without the renunciation of woman and gold. Woman is the doorway to hell. All people are under the control of women. The cases of Shiva and Krishna are quite different. Shiva turned his consort into his servant. Sri Krishna, no doubt, led a householder's life. But how unattached he was! How quickly he renounced Vrindavan and the gopis! Rakhal. And how he renounced Dwarka too, where he was king. Narendra took his bath in the Ganges and returned to the monastery. He carried his wet cloth and towel in his hand. Sharada prostrated himself before Narendra. He too had been fasting on account of the Shivaratri. He was going to the Ganges for his bath. Narendra entered the worship room and prostrated himself before the picture of Sri Ramakrishna, who was daily worshipped there as the deity. For a few minutes, he was absorbed in meditation. The devotees assembled in a room and began to converse. The talk turned to Bhavanath. Narendra said, "People like him live like worms in the world.